Today we are going to learn one of the most important and most interesting topic in English grammar, that is determiners. Now many of you might be thinking, oh, is it grammar? I don't like it. I'm not so good at grammar. It's boring. But let me tell you, today's topic is going to be very interesting, very useful and very simple. So what you have to do is just listen to me carefully, listen to the instructions given to you, be ready with your notebook and pen. Okay, so here we go. See, here is a paragraph given to you. Before we start with determiners, I want each one of you to read this paragraph carefully. Let me read it for you. Okay, fine. The beginning of 2020 has brought a great crisis all over the world. All the countries are fighting hard to overcome this crisis. Some countries have become successful, but many countries have terribly failed. Those countries that have almost succeeded in combating the crisis are facing several challenges. See, this is a paragraph where you can find many determiners. So, what I want you to do is pick out the articles in this paragraph. I'm pretty sure you have already learned articles in your previous classes, right? Yes. What are articles? Articles are a, an and the. These are articles. Find out the articles in this paragraph. I'll wait for you. Meanwhile, quickly take your notebook and pen and start marking the articles in this paragraph. Okay, fine. Shall we move on? Now, what I want you to do is identify the quantifiers in this paragraph. What are quantifiers? Words that denote amount, quantity or number. So what are you supposed to do? Mark the words which show quantity, number or amount. Okay. Now shall we move on to the next one? Now, can you please pick out demonstrators? What are demonstrators? Words which are used to show or demonstrate something. I hope by now you must have completed identifying the articles, quantifiers and demonstrators. Once again, I'll repeat, articles are the words like a, an and the. In this a and an are known as the indefinite article and the is the definite article. And what are quantifiers? Quantifiers are words that show amount, number or quantity. And what is the last group I asked you to mark? That was demonstrators. What are demonstrators? They are the words that show or demonstrate something. I hope by now all of you must have completed identifying the articles, quantifiers and demonstrators. Now shall we discuss the answers? Okay, fine. So here we go, the first article in this paragraph, the beginning the. The next one is a great, again the world, the. Then the next is the countries. Then you have the crisis. So how many articles we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 articles. Hope all of you got all the answers correct. Now shall we move on to the next one? Yes, that's the quantifiers. Yes, all. See the word all. Doesn't it show amount or quantity or number? Yes, so such words are called quantifiers. The next word in our group is sum. Again, it also shows something related to amount, quantity or number. Now let us see the next word in this group is many, and the last one is several. So which are the quantifiers in this paragraph? All, some, many and several. Hope you got the answers correct. Good. Now what was the last thing? It was to mark the demonstrators. So what are the demonstrators? I told you demonstrators are words that demonstrate or show something. So this crisis, this, then, those countries, those. So here we got two demonstrators. Hope all of you got all the answers correct and you're also happy. Yes, fine. But if any of you couldn't mark it properly, don't worry. Listen carefully till the end of the lesson and then you will be able to understand what determiners are and you will also be able to use determiners correctly without making any mistakes. Hope you enjoy doing this small exercise. There are more exercises coming up in the session, so be ready with your notebook and pen. Now we got a rough idea about determiners. Now you understood that articles, quantifiers and demonstratives come under the group determiners. But apart from these three which we discussed right now, there are many group of words that come under the heading determiners. We are going to learn all of them one by one. So before going to learn each of them in detail, let us see what are determiners. See, determiners are words that determine or limit the meaning of a noun or a noun phrase. What are determiners? They are words that are used to determine or limit the meaning of a noun or a noun phrase. It does not give any extra information, but it only determines, it only limits. Now, some of you may have a doubt. Is it something related to adjective? No. Adjectives and determiners are not the same. Then we need to know what an adjective is and what a determiner is, isn't it? So, we'll move on and see what an adjective and what a determiner is. As you have already learned in your smaller classes, what is an adjective? What is an adjective? An adjective is a word that modifies a noun by giving extra information about it. You have already learned it in your smaller class. It gives extra information. Let us learn it through an example. See the phrase heavy box. Heavy box. What kind of box? It's heavy. So the word heavy is an adjective because it gives extra information about the noun box. Box is the noun. So what kind of box it is? It is specified by the word heavy. So heavy is an adjective. So adjective is a word that modifies a noun by giving extra details about it. Is it clear? Okay. You can also say the box is heavy. Either way it is correct. Now let us see what are determiners. Determiners are words that introduces the noun. We learned that it determines or limits the noun. In other way, you can also say it introduces the noun. For example, see this sentence. This box is heavy. Do you think the word this, does it give an extra information about the box? No. It does not give any extra information. Instead, you are introducing to that particular box. You are limiting it to that particular box. We are talking about that particular box. It does not give any extra information about the box. Same thing in the second sentence. All boxes are heavy. See the word all. Does it give you any extra information about the box or boxes? No. It only tells us about the number of boxes or many boxes in the room. Maybe we are talking about all the boxes in the room. Then we can say all boxes are heavy. So it is only introducing the noun. Hope it is clear. See the next sentence or the next example. The box he is carrying is heavy. So what is the meaning of the word the box? You are only trying to specify which box you are talking about, but it does not give any extra information. So, what is the difference between an adjective and a determiner? Adjective modifies a noun by giving extra details or extra information about the noun, whereas determiner introduces the noun. Hope it is clear. So now you understood what an adjective is and what a determiner is. Then we need to understand what are the differences between an adjective and a determiner. So let us see that. An adjective, as we have already discussed, it qualifies a noun. How does it qualify? By giving extra information. The first point under the heading determiner, you can see it limits the meaning of a noun. This point we have already discussed in detail. So I hope you have understood that. Now let us see the second point. Adjective can change its form. For example, the phrase we took, heavy box. There, what was the adjective? Heavy is the adjective. What are the other forms of the adjective heavy? It is, yes, you are right, it is heavier and heaviest. So it can change its form. So adjectives can definitely change its form. But let us see determiners. The determiners we just now discussed were the, all, this, that, all these are determiners. Can we change its form? Is there any other form for these words like this, that, the and all? No. So, second important point is that determiners cannot change its form. Now, the third point. Adjective is placed before a noun. Adjective is placed before a noun, or it can also be placed after a noun. Let us quickly recollect the phrase we discussed just now. What was that? Heavy box. You can also say box is heavy, isn't it? It is correct. Either way, it is correct. That means adjective can be placed before or after the noun. But let us see the case with determiners. It can be placed only before the noun. That is the next difference between an adjective and a determiner. Now the last point here is comes after a determiner. What comes after a determiner? Adjective comes after a determiner. For example, we learned box is heavy, isn't it? It comes after the determiner. The box is heavy. It is placed after the determiner. Determiner there is the. Adjective is heavy. The box is heavy. The is placed first and heavy comes last. But it is quite clear, isn't it? If adjective comes after a determiner, then definitely determiner should come before the adjective, and that is what we have discussed just now. So let us quickly revise the points we learned just now. What are the differences between an adjective and a determiner? Adjective modifies a noun by giving extra details about the noun, whereas determiner limits the meaning of a noun. What is the second point? Second point we learned is that it can change its form. Adjectives can change its form, and determiners do not change its form. The third point we discussed was adjective is placed before or after the noun, whereas determiners are placed only before the noun. And the last point is that adjective comes after the determiner and determiner comes before the adjective. It's quite clear now. Okay, fine. So now with this you got a rough idea or fairly good idea about what a determiner is and what an adjective is. Now, before going to learn determiners in detail, we will quickly see how these determiners are classified. Determiners are broadly classified into three. It is based on the position where it is placed. You can see here there are three in number. One is predeterminers, central determiners and post determiners. From the name itself it is quite clear, isn't it? Predeterminers means determiners which are placed before the main determiners or before the central determiners. So predeterminers are placed before the central determiners. And as you all know, central determiners are the main determiners, or most of the words which come under the heading determiners are central determiners. And as the name suggests, the third one, the post determiners are words or determiners that are placed after the central determiners. As you see from this table, you can understand that central determiners are the most important determiners, and most of the determiners which we commonly use come under this heading central determiners, and we will be focusing more on central determiners. Before learning more about central determiners, we will quickly see what are predeterminers. Now see predeterminers. We already learned that predeterminers are words which are placed before the central or before the main determinants. So now let us see these examples given here. The first example, all the countries are fighting hard. Here you can see the word all is a predeterminer because where is it placed? See, I have already told you the is a central determiner. Articles are all central determiners. Where is it placed? It is placed before the word the. So the word all is a predeterminer because it is placed before the central determiner the. Hope you got it. Now the second example, 2/3 of the earth's water is in the oceans. See, we are talking about the amount of water. 2/3 of the earth's water. Here again you can see 2/3 is a predeterminer because it is placed before the central determiner the. Now let us move on to the third sentence. Okay, fine. Third sentence says, both the friends have joined Placid Vidya Vihar. Both the friends. See, both is a predeterminer because it is placed before the central determiner the. Hope you got it. Now the last example in this group is, we have English classes twice a week. See, this word twice is a predeterminer because where is it placed? Yes, it is placed before the central determiner A. A is the example of an article, and articles come under the heading central determiners, and this word twice is placed before the central determiner, and therefore twice is an example of predeterminers. So Now we understood what are predeterminers. What we have learned up to now is actually an introduction to determiners. Now we are moving on to the main part of determiners, and that is central determiners. Now we are going to learn central determiners, and this is the main part of the determiners because most of the determiners which we commonly use come under the heading central determiners. Can you see this table? Yes. Which are the words or which are the groups of words that come under central determiners? Articles, possessives, demonstrators, quantifiers, distributives, and interrogatives. Isn't it? Yes. And I am very sure in this sixth group, at least you are very familiar with 2-3. You are very familiar with articles, you are familiar with possessives, you are familiar with demonstratives also, I hope so. But even if you are not very thorough with that, or if you are not able to remember what you have learned in smaller classes, don't worry. We are going to learn each one of them in detail. So by the end of the lesson, end of this topic, end of this class, you will be able to write sentences using determiners without making any mistakes. In the next class, it's going to be real fun because we are going to have lot of exercises there. Be ready with your notebook and pen, and we'll be dealing all these items, that is articles, possessives, demonstrators, quantifiers, distributives, and interrogatives in detail in the next class. So, in the next class, we will continue with central determiners. Hope you enjoyed being in this class. Till we meet in the next class, stay safe and stay healthy. Thank you.